This video is an introduction on how you prepare and brew Chinese loose medicinal herbs. There are two ways. One is using a cook pot, a pot that you use on the stove. It can be a standard cook pot. It needs to be enamel, glass, stainless steel, or a treated steel. It needs a lid that will close over the top, but also be able to be used open. Then there's also the electric cook pot, which is automatically thermostatically controlled and will prevent any overcooking or over burning of the herb formula. Then there's the loose herbs, your actual formula. There's a Pyrex glass bowl, or it can be a measuring bowl, but it needs to be Pyrex heat-treated glass or any other container that will not break with heat. There's a strainer. There's pure water, enough to cover the herbs when they're in the pot and to allow for cook down. The easiest way and fastest way generally to brew the Chinese herbs, also the safest way, is with the electric cook pot with the automatic thermostat. You start just by taking the lid off, putting in the loose Chinese herbs, then pouring in the pure water up to the point where the herbs are well covered by the water and there's enough water to brew off in the form of steam and reduce down into a concentrated formula. Using a spatula, not metal, push the herbs down and make sure they get well covered by the water. If you wish, you can also let the herbs sit for some time overnight to absorb the moisture. When ready, put the top on the pot, take it over to an area usually that has an extractor fan and always that has an electric outlet. The extractor fan will remove the strength of the aroma of the herbs as they brew. The red and green light must be on. Once it's brewed, you remove the electric connections and you carry the pot over to your work area in preparation for pouring the mixture out through the strainer into a heat-resistant glass, Pyrex bowl or measuring cup, or any container that is heat resistant. Remove the strainer, and that will take out the largest of the floating Chinese herbs. Some people like to restrain with a finer strainer to get the smaller remnant of the herbs out. Once your herbs have brewed and they've been strained, they're ready to store. There are several different ways of storing these herbs, either in the refrigerator in a glass container with a well-sealed lid that you heat up afterwards, or in a thermos that keeps them hot. These are two types of thermoses that work very well. They're stainless steel, inert, so they don't react with the herbs, which would be a bad thing. One on the left is a standard stainless steel thermos, keeps the herbs hot for about 12 hours. The other thermos is a much more rugged thermos which will keep them hot for about 24 hours. Excellent if you're traveling in your car and you need your herbs to be hot for a longer period of time. You can also use the standard thermos flask glass-lined thermos. They're less expensive. They would generally keep the herbs for about 6 to 12 hours at a fairly decent temperature. After that, the herbs cool off, and you'll probably need to add some warm water to bring them up to drinking temperature. For those of you who prefer to use a glass container and keep it in the refrigerator, any glass container will do. Pyrex is best. It must be covered. and the temperature can be kept cool in the refrigerator. Then you pour out the cup of herbs, add some hot water to bring it up to least body temperature, and you can take them that way. It's an excellent way of storage as well.